Have you ever wondered what the best way is to react when someone disrespects you in public, or when someone makes a joke that feels like it's aimed to embarrass or belittle you? These situations are tough to handle, but if you know the right strategies, you can gain respect without confrontation. This video will guide you through some powerful psychological techniques that can help you respond to disrespect calmly and confidently. So, make sure you watch until the end, as each tip builds on the last, and by the time you're done, you'll know exactly how to handle these awkward situations with ease. Let's start by exploring why these situations arise and what you can do to manage them. Understanding why people disrespect you. Sometimes people aren't driven by hatred or personal grudges. Often disrespect comes from a place of opportunism. Some individuals thrive on making others feel small because they believe it gives them power or status. They use jokes, interruptions, or subtle digs to gain an edge, especially in group settings or workplaces. Recognizing this behavior helps you see that it's less about you and more about their insecurities or desire to control. However, the key is not to let them undermine your confidence. You're not here to make them feel superior at your expense. So, to avoid becoming their target, you need to start enforcing respect for yourself. But what does that look like? It means creating boundaries and presenting yourself in a way that others naturally respect. You can do this without resorting to aggression or confrontation. First tip: make a strong first impression. When you meet someone for the first time, small actions can make a big difference. If you're seated, stand up to greet them, look them in the eye, and shake hands firmly. Staying seated while someone approaches can create an impression of submission. Additionally, looking down or glancing away shows a lack of confidence. These little cues can inadvertently make others feel like they have the upper hand. When you stand, look the person in the eye, and greet them confidently, you send a powerful message. It shows that you value yourself and expect to be treated with respect. People notice these cues, often subconsciously, and they're more likely to treat you with respect in return. Second tip: handle interruptions confidently. If someone interrupts you during a conversation, don't get flustered or let it slide. Instead, pause, look directly at the person, and maintain steady eye contact. This simple, unspoken message is often enough to make them realize they were being rude. Once you have their attention, politely ask, "Can I continue?" Or, "Would you mind if I finish my thought?" This lets them know that you expect the same respect you're giving them. Often, a firm, composed look is enough to stop further interruptions. This approach is especially effective in group settings where people are paying attention, as it sends a clear signal that you won't tolerate rudeness. Third tip: neutralize hurtful jokes with calmness. If someone makes a hurtful joke at your expense, the instinct might be to defend yourself. But here's a more powerful approach: don't react immediately. Instead, act as though you didn't catch the joke. Look at the person calmly and ask, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "I didn't catch what you said. Can you say it again?" This response has a psychological impact. When someone repeats a joke, it loses its punch. They may realize that their attempt to put you down has failed and end up feeling awkward instead. You'll come across as calm and unaffected, while they'll be the ones scrambling for an explanation. This not only neutralizes the joke, but can make the person think twice before trying it again. Fourth tip: deflect provocations with an out-of-context response. Sometimes, people may try to provoke you by making statements intended to rile you up. A smart way to respond is by throwing in a completely unrelated comment or question. For instance, if someone is subtly mocking you, you could respond with something out of the blue, like, "Do you know a good place to get coffee around here?" Or, "I think I might have used too much cologne today." This technique disarms the other person because they're expecting an emotional reaction. By responding with something unrelated, you break their momentum and they're left without the reaction they were hoping for. The goal is to appear natural and unbothered, sending a message that their attempts to get under your skin aren't working. Fifth and most important tip: know when to walk away. This may be the most powerful move you can make. If someone persistently disrespects you despite your best efforts, consider stepping away. People are not required to respect you, but you're not obligated to tolerate disrespect. Walking away from someone who doesn't appreciate your presence shows that you value yourself too much to stay in an environment where you're treated poorly. Walking away can leave a lasting impression, as it demonstrates confidence and self-respect. It's often more impactful than any words or actions because it sends a clear message. I am worth more than this. People are more likely to remember your absence, and sometimes may even reflect on their behavior as a result. Final thoughts. Dealing with disrespect is challenging, but by practicing these strategies, you'll develop a calm, confident presence that discourages others from undermining you. When you respect yourself and enforce your boundaries subtly yet firmly, people notice. And over time, you'll find that situations that once felt uncomfortable become opportunities to demonstrate your resilience and self-assurance. Have you ever experienced any of these situations? If so, how did you react? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to check out our other videos on handling tough situations with grace and confidence. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.